Hello to all of my Geminis. Happy birthday to each and every one of you all Geminis. Hopefully you all are still partying like rock stars that you are, Geminis. All right, let's get into it. I had the honor and pleasure of celebrating a Gemini's birthday. Had a great time with this Gemini. We're going to go ahead and get into your reading. Again, happy birthday to each and every one of you all Geminis. Let's get into it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say. This video is for the 16th of June through the 16th of July, Geminis. Let's see what's to come. Let's see what to come as we're closing out this cycle. This cycle actually closes on the 17th of this month, of 17th of June, and then we enter into a new phase within a new cycle. Actually, we kick off with a new moon in Gemini. This entire cycle has really been about adaptability, pretty much has been about adaptability. You all are a mutable sign, so you are a social butterfly of sorts. And so Source is saying to you, some things may not have been communicated to you in a way. Here we have the Queen of Swords. We also have the Nine of Swords. Something may have been a nightmare for you, especially with two energies in particular. Here we have the Seven of Swords. We also have the Knight and the King of Swords, right? And so something may have been heavily on somebody's mind. And it's best to get around, like I said, and I've been saying to you all this entire Gemini season, please don't let energies from your past ruin your birthday, ruin Gemini season for you. Geminis, come on now. You all are smarter than this. You know, the enemy is always trying it. The enemy is always trying to get everybody all tripped up, confused, dazed, by stuff. And so Source is saying, like this energy right here, just get as far away from anything, whether it's in your recent past or far away past. Get away from anything that you feel like someone is manipulating you again. You know, somebody's manipulating you again, trying to get you caught up in some stuff, lying or whatever. Anyway, I see soulmate energy coming across your path. If you haven't already, met someone who is a soulmate. Soulmate could just be a member of your soul tribe as well, and it could develop into something romantic if that's what you want, or it can just stay platonic. But if it's something from your past for somebody that you love, and I'm looking at all this, somebody's heart is really kind of sort of at odds. Like somebody's heart is kind of out of alignment. Heart chakra, not kind of, but it's out of alignment. And it could be kind of tricky for somebody. Somebody could feel like, I want to be in a soulmate inner situation or hang out with my friends and have a great time, but my heart is kind of pulling at me from something from the past. And so Source is saying sever ties with it. Here we have the Dame of Swords, we have the Nine of Wands, the Chariot card, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and also the Ace of Cups. You absolutely had some energies that were standing around. This is terrible. You absolutely had some energy that was standing around. See how this person has the fan over their face? Watching people talk about you, run smear campaigns, knowing that you were sad, possibly even trying to heal from loss of loved ones, dying, or whatever the case may be, just standing around just watching you hurt. Somebody that you love. It could have been an ex, not protecting you, leaving you feeling vulnerable. I mean, anyway. Cut your losses, Gemini. There's still time for you all to party hard during your birthday season, right? Make every day about you, your needs first, Gemini. Come on now, y'all got this. Come on. You got somebody over here sending good energy across your path. Here we have somebody is kind of at a crossroad trying to decide. It could have been somebody you were married to, whether in business or married to, romantically linked with to some degree. Source is saying focus on protecting your energy. Protecting your water, making sure your water is clear, because somebody is emotionally just dehydrated. Like somebody is just frustrated, just tired. And here we have the Dame of Swords. And I do see once you get up from this, woe is me. I'm tired of people betraying me. I'm tired of being hurt in love. I'm going through so much. I've been through so much. Sources like once you come out of that mode and say, I need to leave a lot of people behind. All of the talking about me behind my back, all of that, give me some time to heal. You're going to see this coming on the other side. Booked and busy, not burdened at all. This is the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So somebody is on the other side of a long and arduous journey. Like I said, it could have been with somebody you may have thought was a soulmate, but somebody is dealing with it could be covert or overt narcissist, for real. Let's just call it for what it is. Somebody has dealt with a narcissist, and they will There's so much I can talk about, you know, and sometimes people use it just, they overuse the term narcissism. But this right here is somebody's dealing with a narcissist. Here we have the Ten of Wands. They just go through it just like a wrecking ball and just ruin people's lives and don't even care. It's a game for them. It's like their heart is just like they just have black eyeballs, you know, like a coal for a piece of heart. Like they've been so hurt themselves. They just running around hurting people and just don't even care. So you're going to have to be the person that says, okay, I need to go ahead and wrap this up. I need to go ahead and close out some cycles because I'm tired of being manipulated. So if somebody has insecurity issues or whatever, because that's the only way that they can really come in. Somebody must know. Somebody must know, you know, how to keep tugging at your heart. For them to stand around and watch all of these things hurting. You know, it's almost like this, Geminis. If you broke up with a narcissist, what's the first thing they're gonna do? They're gonna make sure they got a picture of somebody that rivals how you look. Or if you had narcissistic friends, they're gonna make sure they paint themselves in a light, but they just having a great time without you. You know, they're not even giving themselves a time to break because they don't want that. Oh, this person is sitting around depressed, sad, whatever. Like most people, they take some time to kind of process. Like, okay, relationships are over. I need some time to process this. I'm hurting. I'm trying to make sense of it all. I need to start the healing process, but not them. Oh no, they already looking for the next supply before you even know it hit you. So same thing with some of the friends that they all of a sudden, oh, Gemini's out of the group. We got to turn up. You know, we got to make sure we having even more fun. You know, that kind of thing while you're sitting off on the side trying to figure out what the heck happened. So Source is trying to tell you more of this. These two hands belong to the same person. More of finding out what sets you apart from every other Gemini on the planet. Find out what your moon sign is, Gemini. Find out what nurtures your spirit before you get locked into these relationships with people that, you know, never really settled down. You know, like the energy never really settled down with you. You always got to hear about some kind of cheating scandal. You always got to hear about you can't even rest because you know you can't trust them. They always playing these mind games. Same thing with certain friends. They know other people are sitting around talking about you. They never defended you one time, and here you are, like something feels off. I'm not sure, so you going off on the wrong person. It's just like I said, Gemini. I'm sending good energy you guys' way. Not everybody is like that, Geminis. I'm telling you, not everybody is like that. That'll pretend to be your friend and stand around and watch people talk about you like a dog behind your back while you depressed and sad and you're hurting and So what Source is trying to get somebody to do is come out of their head. You know, you all all air signs are thinkers, right? You all are all smart, very smart signs, extremely smart signs. And the fact that you all love to learn, the fact that you all love to communicate, like that's what I'm saying. Like somebody likes this game of like being able to, like this word game, going back and forth. They know you like to communicate, so as long as they can keep you on a thread or a string, it's so sick. I mean, when I look at these cards, Gemini, it's just so sick. For you cut your losses, please. Cut your losses. Just cut your losses. It could have been somebody, like I said, you were married to, whether in business or married to, romantically linked to. Cut your losses, Gemini. They a mess. That's all. And I'm not trying to judge anybody, but for real, there's something else going on with them. So here we have the Emperor card, the Fool card, the Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Justice card, and also the Page of Wands. Somebody you could have been divorced from, you know, divorced whether in business or romantically linked. Again, somebody could be kind of at a crossroad. Source is saying you may have felt foolish, but remove that ego. Remove that ego that's trying to edge God out. You know, you won't feel a fool when you move on from this. Matter of fact, somebody's going to feel liberated. Somebody's going to feel free of all of that stuff in the past. Here we have the Emperor card. Source is saying, you know, be more assertive when it comes to, it could be, or it could have been somebody you were thinking about marrying. It could have been an Aries, because I'm looking at the Emperor card. It could have been a Cancer. It could have been a Libra. But whatever it is, I see somebody has new and exuberant love in their lives. Whether, remember, time is relative. So, It could have been any of those signs, but it also could be somebody who's on the cusp of those signs as well, right? So it could be a Taurus, it could be a Pisces, it could be a Leo, like I said, it could be a Libra. Anyway, whatever the sign is, source is saying to you, cut your losses, move on. It could be them and somebody else that's attracted to them. Like I said, somebody was, before I even pull these cards, I can just pick up on just narcissist energy, just very narcissistic energy. They always got to have somebody waiting in the wing because it's something for them. They are so unsettled. They're battling their spiritual warfare. And again, it could be some friends or it could be love interests or whatever. They have this spiritual warfare going on inside of them where they don't even know who they are. It's like a person who is, and I'm saying this only because it's coming out in the cards. I'm not trying to trigger anybody, so let me just give a trigger warning right here. If you don't want to go past this part of the video, then don't. It's entirely, I'm not trying to offend or hurt anybody. It's like somebody is dealing with, it's like you're dealing with a person who had their heart broken by their own family, and they're in this crisis. They don't know who they want to be. They don't know if they want to be gay. They don't know if they want to be straight. They don't know if they want to be, bi. They don't know how to love because that heart chakra was thrown out of alignment from the very beginning, and so for them to love you, for them, they just feel like love means like like I gotta collect people, that kind of love. But for you, what God has waiting for you is a new and exuberant love. On the other side of all of this, somebody's gonna feel like a huge weight has been lifted, booked and busy for you. It's a whole nother life on the other side. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. And by the way, I think in this day and time, a lot of people don't really care about sexual preference, like whatever people's sexual preference is. It's just that if something has been really hurtful to you, Gemini, because somebody just won't be their authentic self. They won't leave you alone. And the fact that's what I'm saying, you have to be the person to detach. This is not even really about sexuality. This is about you dealing with somebody who knows how to manipulate you. And so they'll use anything. They'll use anything. They like the drama. They like the cat and mouse game. They like all of it. Cut your losses. Cut your losses. You got much better that lies ahead in terms of booked and busy, more money coming across your path. You got a new flame coming across. Like I said, they're not worth it. They are not worth it, Gemini. Not worth it. You got way too much. There's no way I'd be ruining my birthday. Well, it depends on how long you've been with certain energies, been friends with certain energies, but this is your season. Gemini, this is your season. Cut your losses. Take those energies off of the scales. And remember, I'm seeing moral justice for you. So you're being actually rewarded for your you're being rewarded for your energy, is what I'm seeing for you. You're being rewarded for your energy. So here we have the 5, 6, and 9 of spades. All of this is air energy right here. I see somebody moving on and not looking back, no regret whatsoever. I do see somebody, every time you think about being connected to certain energies, it causes you to come across as being hostile. There's 2 energies in particular that's been like a nightmare for you. God needs you to just release them from your scales altogether. And again, even if it's an ex that's connected to someone who was trying to make you, the ex trying to make you jealous with somebody or whatever, so it's just like get rid of them. Just get that out of your spirit altogether and move on to your, like I said, new love. Here we have the King of Hearts. So somebody is definitely very wise. When we look at the King of Hearts, whenever you feel like you're overthinking something and you feel stressed, get near water. Go to a gym, work it out, sweat it out. That water, getting rid of all the toxic water in your spirit. We had the 3 and 8 of Wands here. And so, source is saying quick progression of things for you. Again, when we have the 3 of Wands here. There's so much expansion on the horizon for you. It's not even funny. But get away from those energies. Please, Gemini, I'm almost begging y'all for real to just get away from those energies, because it's going to cause, it's already caused so much damage. I don't care who they connected to. I don't care how much money they have. If they're part of an organization that you're a part of, get as far away from them as possible, because they have been standing around talking about you, letting other people talk about you and not defending you at all. Because there's some resentment there. And they know half the stuff that's being said about you is not true at all. And so here we have the Two of Diamonds. Excuse me. Source is trying to bring additional stream of income into your additional stream of income for you. We also have the Two of Spades here. And so somebody definitely had on blindfold. Somebody was in denial about something, possibly for a long time, about two energies. But again, once you see it, your third eye is open, you can't unsee it. So somebody is definitely out of the wilderness and on the other side of it. So source is like, just keep right on going. Just keep on going. Do not go back through that, because if you go back through it, not only will you be booked and busy, but you're burdened and bitter. And then that's essentially just like cutting your nose off to spite your face. You're burning your own money, your own reputation. You work so hard to get out of the wilderness, get out of a situation. Now you're going back to it just because something wants you back. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles. Source is sending somebody a lot of information about additional streams of income that's going to make you very, very wealthy. King of Pentacles is the wealthiest card in the deck, and your reputation has not been... your reputation has not, people see you as an asset and not a liability, but two energies in particular will mess all of that up. Here we also have the Ace of Spades. So you worked very hard to get here, Gemini. You're too smart for this. Come on. I know you all don't need me to tell you how smart you are. Everybody knows that Geminis are very smart. And like I said, just like all air signs are very, very smart. So here's the thing, one of the things that I'm picking up on too. Somebody, because you all are mutable signs, this is where you want to use your adaptability, Geminis, for good and not evil. This is how they're able to come in and manipulate you, because they know that you easily adapt. So the more and more information, they know you like to learn. So, okay, the more and more they can keep playing these little word games with you, Gemini, they know, okay, you may want to, delve deeper, find out more, communicate, whatever, they want to see you sending long text messages or staying on the phone for hours trying to explain something. Sources like cut the air supply altogether, because if another person is involved, let's say they tried to make you jealous with somebody else, for you they're going to try to make it seem like, oh, I've never stopped loving you, Gemini. It's always been you, because they know if your ego is in it, they got you. Hook, line, and sinker. Here we have intuition. Listen to your intuition. That's God's voice. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. I can't tell you not to listen to them, because you're a creature of free will just like everybody else is, but come on now. God has been sending so much information about some energies. So much information. And Source is like, come on, you know better than this. Yeah, this Ace of Spades right here. Source is saying to you, you got to ask yourself, what is the motive? What is the reason? For some reason, I just cannot stop thinking about certain energies. What is the reason, right? There's a lot of reasons why you may not be able to stop thinking about certain energies. They could be going through something. If you still got articles of their clothing, text messages, emails, even if you have kids with the person, they could be delivering messages to you. You're going to have to start telling people, I don't want to hear anything about what's going on in their life. That is no concern of mine. Because I guarantee you that if there was another person involved, the reason why they're still playing you is because they don't have access to going back and forth and playing you and somebody else. So I'm not saying that this new love in somebody's life is saving you from anything, because human beings can't save other human beings from things, but Source is saying confidently keep on going. Confidence is the key to success. You made the right decision and get on out of a situation. Confidence is the key. Because they'll have you all twisted around and trying to mess up the wrong people's lives just because. Source is saying cut your losses. You got God's full backing. Cut your losses. Cut your losses, Gemini. Whoever they are, cut your losses. Because there's types of energies. When I look at these cards right here, Geminis, and I'm trying not to extend this reading for you all. When I look at these types of energies right here, in this technical age that we're in, and because, like I said, you all love learning. These types of energies are so vindictive, and I think at the core, somebody probably knows it. Like, you got to be real careful with like these AI tools that kind of sort of, you know, like duplicate people's voices, right? And so you'll think you listening to somebody saying something negative about you or something, you know, whatever, and it's not even the person's voice at all. They just know how to use a tool. They may have heard it's a regular conversation. Like I saw this, there was this post on Instagram. It was one of the reels, and this guy was like, this is how easy this thing it can be done with this AI tool. He actually named the AI tool and everything, and of course it's been around for a while. So people will do stuff like record your voice over the phone and then use it and use it, you know, like that kind of a tool to make it seem like it's coming from you, but it's not you at all. This is the type of energy you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody, it's like the more knowledge they come in contact with, they're going to use it for evil. And because if you're a person who your heart is kind of conflicted with them, they'll get you involved in some stuff. Next thing you know, you turn around and you don't even know what you involved in. You got to cut your losses with these energies. Because anytime people are standing around talking about you and you got people standing there looking like they're not defending you, it's a setup. It's a setup, Gemini. Yep, sacrifice. It's a setup. I'm trying to tell somebody 36. 36, 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 is the number of death, rebirth. Somebody has to end something. Here we have, you must find the ebb and flow of life within your very self. Embracing it all is embracing truth. Yeah. They know that you're a person who loves to learn and to grow and to find out stuff and to communicate, however you communicate, via email, text message, you know, whatever the case may be. There's a reason why certain people don't want to deal with them at all. They're like, no, I'd rather just, I don't care what they say, I don't care what they up to, as long as they're out of my life. Some people don't want to have to deal with them at all. They may have, like I said, come back into your life, and it's for them, it's a setup. They're trying to get you involved in some stuff. Cut your losses. Cut your losses. Let me make sure I got everything here. Cut your losses. Let me get another oracle card, Gemini, and we're going to go ahead and close this out. But yeah, cut your losses. You don't want to be wrapped up with some of these types of energy. They just foul on a different level. That's right. Connect with your ancestors. Connect with your ancestors. There's YouTube videos out there so they can help you connect with your ancestors. They'll tell you, if you don't want to take my word for it, connect with your ancestors. Your ancestors will expose those energies, will expose them big time, and give you the strength that you need for an exodus strategy to get as far away from those energies as possible. Connect with your ancestors. 222. I am balanced. That's right. Trust that the seeds of your thought, Gemini, are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and actions. Get away from them. Cut your losses. That's what that justice card is up there for. That's what this is about, balance. This is about balance. And so this right here, source is saying, put some fire up under that air. You're an air sign, but put some fire up under yourself. Assert yourself. Get as far away from that, because you don't want that Fool card to be in reverse. The Fool card in upright is positive. It's saying I feel liberated. I feel free. I'm moved on from something. I feel free. I feel like a changed person that I'm away. And in this card right here too. See how this source is saying, get as far away from that energy as possible. Like, you see how this person got, you can see the bottom of their shoes and their elbows are up. They racing towards their motorcycle or getting sources. Like, get as far away from them as possible. But see, some people, like I said before, this two of spades right here lets me know somebody is in denial or has been in denial about some stuff, and God just keeps exposing stuff. Like, so maybe connecting with your ancestors will help somebody move on from something. But that's what I have for you, Gemini. But that's a complete setup. You're dealing with some very foul, low vibrational people who you know, you would have their best interest at heart. You wouldn't stand around and let people talk negatively about them without stepping in and communicating or saying something or going off and saying, no, those are my friends, or that's my love interest, or I've known them for a long time, but they're doing it to you. So protect your energy, because that energy is also blocking additional streams of income. God is trying to make you very wealthy and protect all the hard work you put into, you know, growing your money, growing your business, growing your credibility, your reputation, all of that. And that energy right there, that is the energy that will, or those are the energies, excuse me, those are the energies that will mess all of that up. Like I said, it could be one person. You could have been married to somebody. It could be somebody that, let me see, you could have been married to somebody who try to, you know, play you in a sense like, okay, oh, you divorce me, that's all right, I'll go get somebody better than you, or you break up with me, you could have been somebody you were thinking about marrying, oh, let me go get somebody who looks better than you do, I know what your insecurities are, so let me go get somebody whose hair texture is different, whose complexion is different than yours, who shape differently, something different, right? But then when that energy cut them off because they were exposed and cut them off, don't want to have anything to do with, they go running back to you. You are not an option. You either the only one or that's it. That's, you know what I'm saying, Gemini? You are not an option. Or it could have been friends. It could have been two friends, you know, whether they're work friends or belong to an organization or whatever the case may be, stood around. Like I said before, either case, the energy cannot be trusted. Stood around, listen to people talking about you, but you all will figure it out. Like I said, you know, go online to YouTube before this cycle closes out, so you can feel like, okay, I'm in a new cycle. I feel relieved. I'm healing. I'm not going back. None of those things. I don't want to be connected to anything they're connected to. I don't know what they up to. At least you'll move into this new cycle, this new phase within this new cycle on the 18th, feeling like, okay, I've gotten rid of everything attached to them. Papers, text messages, I blocked email addresses. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I am done, you know, so that you can move forward. It's better to heal from this, because there's too many swords out here. It's better to heal from this now than to keep throwing yourself into a karmic cycle with these types of energies and ruining relationships and messing up your money and pushing yourself back further and further from your throne of wealth, your throne of love, your throne of every. That's what I have for you, Geminis. Again, happy birthday to each and every one of you all. Listen to your ancestors. I'm telling you, they will be the ones that'll tell you. That's what I have for you, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.